hello, mic check, hello, 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 hello.
Hello, 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 hello. Namaste all. Within few minutes, our beloved chairman will be joining us. Stay tuned. It's a wonderful occasion where everyone are going to get goosebumps. Thank you. No, this is for on. Today we are going to have fun. Our respected chairman, sir, have arrived. So let's stand up as a mark of respect for him. Welcome, sir. I wanted two-liner about Chaya Singhal. அவங்க யாரு அப்படின்றது மட்டும்
She is the immediate past president.
immediate past.
I mean, not immediate, but past president.
The family, Apollo family.
Namaste and good afternoon. It feels excellent and prestigious to be here physically or connected through a virtual platform to witness another proud moment of the whole Apollo family. Yes, I am Shivaramakrishnan from Team HR. Today, the father of modern healthcare in India, a visionary, a profound leader in a real sense, our beloved chairman, sir, Dr. Pratap C. Reddy, is getting conferred with BMA Dr. K.S. Basu Lifetime Achievement of the Year Award by Bombay Management Associations. Yeah. So they are the pioneers of management association in our country. So we thank them for this. Apollo family extend a warm thanks for this. So it's a joyous occasion, witnessing another feather getting added to our chairman sir's hat, which is filled with multiple accolades as an exhibition of his contribution to humanity, which is not just with healthcare, towards healthcare, but yes, improving the standard of living of millions. So I welcome all the distinguished guests from the Bombay Management Association, our dear doctors who have come all the way to add color to the occasion, our dear promoters, and a very special welcome to all the Apollo family members connected online and offline. Welcome you all. I now call upon Mr. Rajesh Sharma, President, Bombay Management Association, Director, Uric Pharmaceutical Private Limited, to deliver his welcome address. And I also request him to read the citation of the award, sir. Please. Welcome you, sir.
Good afternoon, and I'm extremely sorry for being late by 10 minutes. It was traffic on which we were just getting. Um, okay. Okay. It's an honor for us to be here today on this special occasion. Along with me, we have two colleagues of mine, Ms. Chaya Sehgal, who is the former president of Bombay Management Association, and Dr. Kiran Yadav, who is the vice president of Bombay Management Association, and he's going to be the next president of Bombay Management Association. So, respected Dr. Pratap Reddy, Chairman, Apollo Hospital, Dr. Preetha Reddy, Executive Vice Chairperson, Ms. Sunita Reddy, Managing Director, Ms. Shobna Kamneni, Executive Vice Chairperson, Ms. Sangeeta Reddy, Joint Managing Director, former President Ms. Chaya Sehgal, and all esteemed participants. It is indeed a great honor and privilege for me to welcome you on this special occasion for which we are here. Just before I go to the awards section, let me tell you a little bit about Bombay Management Association. BMA is the first management association in our country, established in 1954, and it's an integral part of the All India Management Association, IMA. It was formed to promote management as a profession and empower the community by providing opportunities for continued and enhanced learning of management and leadership as an art and science. BMA, a thought leader, has been actively engaged in this pursuit by organizing management and leadership development programs and conferences, celebrity lectures by management gurus, and business leaders around the themes of tomorrow. Some of the flagship programs which we run successfully by us are Unathon, Leadership, Leader Next, and Friday Fundamentals. BMA Corporate Leadership Awards is one such activity which is done every year. And this is a flagship activity of BMA, and who's who of the Indian industry have been the recipients of these awards. The list includes legendary business leaders like Shri Ratan Tata, Shri Anand Mahindra, Adi Godrej, Mukesh Ambani, Kumar Mangalam Birla, F.C. Kohli, Anu Aga, Swati Piramal, Naina Lal Kidwai, Arundhati Bhattacharya, S. Ramadurai, Sanjeev Mehta, and Dr. K. Shivan, and many other top professionals and entrepreneurs of this industry. I'm proud to say that this year, the jury headed by our eminent Chief Jury, Padma Vibhushan, Dr. R. A. Mashelkar, has decided to confer upon the BMA Dr. K.S. Pasu Lifetime Achievement Award of the Year. Today, we have the privilege to present this award to personally to sir. It's our privilege, sir. Bouquet. And we welcome you. Sir.
I take the privilege to welcome Dr. Rajesh Sharma and Dr. Kiran Yadav to present our beloved chairman, sir, a bouquet and shawl.
Yes, shawl. Yeah, Thank you. Kiran?
Dr. Kiran Yadav is the Vice President of Bombay Management Association, and he's also Chairman and Managing Director and Professor of Success Triangle and
No. For this. So this is for you.
Thank you. This is all yours.
Citation. Sir, you can say. I think
I request everyone to
Sit, sir.
take your seats.
I have the honor and privilege to read the citation for Dr. Pratap Reddy, Chairman Apollo Group, the founder and chairman of Apollo Hospitals. Dr. Pratap Reddy is renowned as the architect of modern healthcare in India. A compassionate humanitarian, he dedicated his life to make world-class healthcare affordable and accessible to millions in need. The opening of Apollo Hospitals in 1983, it birthed private healthcare in India and introduced international quality healthcare in the country at a fraction of Western cost. Apollo's first Social Responsibility Act demonstrated its business model's inherent social conscience. Dr. Reddy has spread healthcare across India. He used technology and insurance to make healthcare accessible. Telemedicine and innovative insurance in Aragonda, the first VSAT-enabled remote village in Andhra, proved that healthcare for all is possible. A staunch supporter of mandatory health insurance, his rupee 1 a day insurance project started decades ago in his hometown has been replicated across the country and formed the basis of the government's universal health insurance program for the poor. With the belief that preventive health care is the key to good health, Dr. Reddy passionately propagated it. With the concept of master health checks over 5 decades, more than 30 million health checks have been performed by the group, and now the cutting edge Apollo Pro Health powered by AI has raised the bar in preventive health care with its ability to predict, prevent, and overcome disease. As a pioneering leader, Dr. Reddy envisioned the need for a credible voice for Indian healthcare, and he was pivotal in the genesis of NAT Health, the Healthcare Federation of India. This industry body has become one of the nation's most powerful and influential forums in facilitating the shift in the mindset, delivery, and policy making to nurture the gift of good health for all in India. His biography entitled Healer, Dr. Pratap Chandra Reddy and the Transformation of India chronicles his incredible and inspiring journey of healing and caring. Dr. Reddy was conferred the Padma Vibhushan by the Government of India in acknowledgement of his tireless pursuit of excellence in healthcare. The Bombay Management Association confers this citation on Dr. Pratap Reddy in recognition of his unparalleled contribution to the management movement for nation building and strengthening India Inc. and honors him with BMA KS Basu Lifetime Achievement Award for the year 2021-22. My pleasure. Sir, this is fine. I will just keep it here. Yes. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot, sir. Thanks a lot for your wonderful citation. And now, I invite Ms. Sangeeta Reddy, our Joint Managing Director, who have joined online. After. She'll be sharing her views in this wonderful occasion. Over to you, ma'am.
Good afternoon and namaste. It is a great pleasure to see all of you and to have been able to witness this yet another special moment in our patient-centric journey of Apollo, which is headed by a visionary, our chairman, most beloved, who I am also have the pleasure and privilege of being able to call my father. It is a special moment because it's witnessed by members of your own family and members of your management board, a very prestigious organization. You have supported the development of professionals in the country for many years. And today, Indian professionals are gaining lauders all over the world. We all know the stories from Satya Nadella to Sundar Pichai, but Indian management capability is revered all over. And I think we should congratulate associations like the BMA who have stood up to encourage and to enhance the capability of professionals. In this special occasion, I have one very fond memory of our chairman. When we were starting the country's first Masters in Hospital Administration, he very simply but powerfully said, of all the MBAs in the world, the hospital MBA is the most important. And we had faculty who were helping us in pedagogy from Harvard. We had people from Usmania University, and they said, "Sir, why?" And he said, "Don't you all realize that the resource that we have in healthcare is the most scarce? Whether it's doctors or nurses, there's a global shortage. The resource allocation is the least. In India at that time, the allocation was under 0.9% of GDP. The complexity is the most because we handle the highest level of diversity in management skills. From a housekeeping boy who's probably just passed his schooling or may not have, to the highest and the most advanced professional who is our doctor, who are skilled and have different capabilities. And this diversity reflects And most important, not only is this a 24 by 7 environment, but he said the mindset of the customer is at its most vulnerable. When patients are anxious, their relatives are concerned, that is when you need to give them the best of management. And also, India is in an evolving phase. We need to redesign our systems, enable universal access, focus on proactive preventive healthcare. And he went on to propound how critical management is in healthcare. So I'm very happy to be able to witness this. I thank the Apollo team for everything they have done to hold up Chairman's vision. But of course, I also thank Chairman for continuing to stay creatively discontent. Because with everything that he has achieved and Apollo has achieved, he continues to say, no, we have to do a lot more. And so for this and many more, Chairman, thank you very much. Dr. Mashelkar, your first letter to me asking me to reach out to Chairman's office because you as a member of BMA wanted this to be done. I think you know that Chairman has a very special interest in science and research. And so when, I conveyed that Dr. Mashelkar wanted this, he said, of course, we will do it. So I thank all of you for including me in this special moment and for enabling so many of the Apollo family to witness it. Very often these awards are done in your offices, but you have come here, so you made it extra special. Once again, all the very best. My continued regards, namaste, and our hopes for the good health of India and the world. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thanks for all the good words.
And of course, Chairman, congratulations.
Thank you, Sangeeta. I thought you forgot.
Yeah. So thanks for bringing us all the thing which inspired the journey. Thank you, ma'am. Now I call upon Dr. Bama, Director, Clinical Pathway and Advisory. So we'll be happy to hear from you, ma'am. So the mic.
Namaste. It's indeed a great occasion that we all have gathered here, and on this exclusive function, I'm really, really happy to be participating in this. I think the HR chose me because I'm the oldest Apollo family member of our chairman, so maybe that's why they asked me to speak about our chairman. It is always a pleasure. I thank the Bombay Management Association for giving this opportunity, being a catalyst for this function so that they could meet and then talk to all of you. It's a small wonder when anybody thinks of one single individual who has achieved the impossible in healthcare, it will be unanimously our Dr. Reddy. So it's no wonder that he has been chosen, not just for this award, he's been getting awards. I feel the awards get more adorned when they're given to Dr. Reddy. Well, I think I joined Chairman Dr. Reddy as a novice physician when he was 39 years plus. Okay, so now I see the same commitment, same sincerity, same passion and same dedication in him, but even more intensified now. As Sangeeta said very rightly, he's creatively discontent even now. So I think that's the one which is driving us all the time. Those days, I think my friends are here with me, Udaya and Malti. He used to be very hardworking. I want to tell for the benefit of everybody else. He used to come to the hospital before 7:30. Used to, for lunch break at 2:30 for half an hour. Come back by 3:30, go on till 9 p.m. in the night, and come back and take night calls. That's the way he worked, and that's the way he brought in the discipline when Apollo started, that everybody should start work at 7:30, whether be it OPDs, or a cath lab, or the operation theaters, or any other part of the hospital, he would say. Now, another thing he used to say when he used to make rounds, he used to go to the radiology department, look at the MRI file, And he would say, if there any appointments are given for the next day, he would get very upset. He said, why do you want to give the appointment next day when the patient has come to you today? Please do today. Tomorrow he may change his mind and go away. We are here to help the patient. He never used to like to see the names for the next day appointment. That is how he trained all of us in the beginning. All of us know like what made him start Apollo Hospital. A few incidents which happened when he was working as a cardiologist in HM Hospital. Like he wanted every Indian to get the best of the healthcare which is available for anybody else in the world. He wanted to bring in that healthcare to our country. That's how the whole Apollo empire started. Our mission statement, which was made in 1983, that we want to bring in the international standards of healthcare to every single individual, and also to achieve excellence in healthcare, medical education, and research. I think that's more relevant and more meaningful even today. In fact, it's even more relevant today as we keep expanding our scope, as the disease profile, disease burden keeps changing across the country. Like, we are able to include more services, more infrastructure, more equipment, and more importantly, at the best of the doctors, we are able to attract the best of the brains in the medical field to come and join us. So that way, I think our mission statement has been really said, it's cast in stone, so that it's even more relevant and it shows the path for us all the time continuously. This in 1983, Apollo started. Till about 2000, we had very few hospitals coming up. Maybe 1987, we had Hyderabad Jubilee Hills came. Then 1993, Apollo Cancer Hospital, Tenabad came. And then 1996, Delhi Indraprastha came. And then maybe Aragonda and Madurai came before 2000. From 2000 till now, in the last 2 decades, we have gone beyond 70 plus hospitals, which happened because of one single man's dedicated vision. Because if you ask any one of us how it happened, how Apollo became a brand, when Apollo became a brand, I would not be able to say. But then it just happened because of the continuous stream of work which we were passionately doing under the leadership of our chairman. Today, his mission has changed to a little bit because he constantly talks about wellness. He has said we all have to switch from illness to wellness, because he says India cannot afford to have young people dying of heart disease, dying of cancer, being obese, being insomniac. He wants to do something. He wants to change the lifestyle. He wants to bring in the healthcare culture to make sure that the young Indians remain healthy. So his sacred mantra at the moment is wellness. So I think he has started the Pro Health, and then he has started with such passion that all of us are attracted and driven by being well, not just ourselves, our neighbors. We want to just keep spreading the wellness all across the country, so that India will become a more prosperous, more economically viable country in the whole world. So I think chairman, I think he's the head and father of the 100,000 plus Apollo family members. As Sangeeta said, he treats the security from HR, housekeeping, F&B, to senior-most doctors. Such humility we have to learn from him. And then he's been imparting every single knowledge. For all our doctors, he's been a role model in discipline, in punctuality, in compassion, in tender loving care. Everything, he's been an exemplary example to each one of us. It's been such a pleasure for me and all my colleagues to be working with Dr. Reddy under the umbrella of Apollo Hospitals. And I would say that, what in Bhagavad Gita, Sri Krishna told Sri Arjuna that like we should be like karma yogis. He is the greatest of karma yogi whom I've ever seen. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
And also just I want to add one thing, I'm sorry. Mr. Mashikan, you said the names you listed, those who got this award. I think our Dr. Reddy is the first medical doctor, right? Yeah, you mentioned Ratan.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes,
Ratan.
yes,
Yeah,
yes.
you mentioned Ratan Tata.
I didn't realize that.
You mentioned such illustrious names: Ratan Tata,
Yeah, that's right.
Mahindra, Piramal, and yeah, she's a medical doctor.
She didn't get the lifetime achievement.
So I think we are very proud as a medical community that our doctor was the first medical one to get this. Thank you.
thanks for showing us a life of a Karma Yogi, ma'am. Thanks for giving a quick rewind about our chairman, sir. Thank you. Now I call upon Dr. Rohini Sridhar, Senior Vice President, Medical Services, Hospital Division. We'll be happy to hear from you, ma'am.
On this way. Take this way.
So I think this one is for the good afternoon, everyone. And it's a great privilege for me to be here today as we see our chairman receive another honor. And it's in a long list of honors that we are used to our chairman receiving at regular intervals. We want to acknowledge the contribution of the Bombay Management Association. I think Mr. Sharma said that it was the first management association that was set up in 1954. At that time, there was no management thinking in the country, but we were involved in nation building. And I think the BMA was set up with the idea of bringing the best of management thinking to India. And they have continued on that path, because all of us realize that you need to bring the best concepts into the country and then modify it for Indian use. And that's absolutely critical to being able to replicate the success of other countries in our country, and I think we need to acknowledge the contribution that the BMA has done. Another unique thing about the BMA is the BMA was founded first, and the All India Association was founded later. So in a sense, I think the child helped the parent to be born. So they have that unique distinction. I think we need to acknowledge that as well. There is a similarity between what BMA did and what our chairman did. He brought the best of medical care from across the world into India, modified it, made it affordable for our people, and I think we have worked with chairman in this journey. And we are very proud, chairman, to see you at this level and look back on the 40 years that we have worked for the country and for the community. Dr. Bama had a lot to say about chairman, so I will just use two quick quotes. The first one is from Winston Churchill. And Winston Churchill said that the price of greatness is responsibility. And all of us who have worked with chairman, who have been in meetings with him or shared his vision, will understand that chairman takes the responsibility not just for this organization, but not just for the people who make up this 1 lakh strong Apollo family. He very seriously takes upon himself the responsibility for the health of the nation. And that is what makes him truly great. In everything that he thinks and does, he's thinking about the millions of people in India who are looking to us with hope. And for that, chairman, for having been allowed to be a part of your vision, we are truly grateful. Thank you very much. The second quote is from Zig Ziglar, who said, greatness is defined by the magnitude of positive impact on the people around the person. So it's not just the people in this room. Many of you whom have been with you for 40 years, like Dr. Bama, I think there are several others in the room who've been with you for decades, which itself is a rarity in today's world. If somebody crosses 5 years in an organization, we are surprised. So people have been with you and they are equally proud, committed and passionate even today. And that is a tribute to your leadership and your inspiration, Chairman. And the impact which you have produced is not just in this room, not just in the organization of Apollo, not just in doctors everywhere who looked at you and thought if Apollo can do it, we can do it also. It started off this whole journey of healthcare in the country. So people draw inspiration from you, even people who have never met you. So when we go to meetings with doctors, I am amazed, many of them walk up to us and say, we are so proud of chairman. So you are a national treasure, sir. And we are truly, truly proud of it. So with this, I'd like to again thank the BMA, particularly for traveling down to be with us here today, and for the honor that you have bestowed upon us, and above all for giving us an opportunity to share in this unique moment and cherish this, make this a memory with our chairman. Thank you.
Very good.
Adding another rush of adrenaline within us. And now, may I call upon the Chaya figure, the former president of PMA, to confer the prestigious BMA Dr. K.S. Basu Lifetime Achievement of the Year Award to our beloved Dr. Prasad Reddy sir. Yes.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
It's an honor.
Thank you.
It's an honor, a privilege,
Thank you.
and a day for
Wonderful.
me to cherish, sir.
Thank you.
Can I have one photo there, sir? Straight the camera.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
May I request
Use this mic.
Namaste and greetings to the Bombay Medical Association, Bombay Management Association President, past President, and the Vice President, Rajesh Sharma, Kiran Yadav, and Chaya Sengar. It's been very nice of you all to have come down to Apollo to give me this award. On behalf of all of them, I'm happy to receive the award because of the wonderful work that they have done. I am named, but I am named as saying a member of Apollo family. We are happy to receive this wonderful award from Bombay Management Association. You know, they have all talked about what wonderful things Bombay Management Association has done. I have had several meetings with some of your presidents and secretaries, and even the hospital association, management association, which we formed, were also part of the whole game plan. But I'm very happy that you have come down all the way from Bombay to give me this award. As I said, I must accept Dr. Mashelkar, who was the chairman of the jury. He's a wonderful person, a great human being, eminent scientist, and contributed tremendously to the nation. So I'm happy that I'm receiving this award by the jury headed by Dr. Mashelkar. I must also congratulate all the other awardees by the Bombay Management Association. As I said, I'm receiving this on behalf of the entire Apollo family. Today we started with 850 members. Today they have crossed 130,000 Apollo family members. On all their behalf, I thank Bombay Management Association for recognizing the work that they have done. Of course, the recognition came from people who have seen the transformation in health. 3-4 decades ago, when there was no heart surgery program in the country, I used to send as a cardiologist my patients abroad. Today, we have done probably the largest number of cardiac surgeries, largest number of interventional cardiologists in the world. And this is not just cardiology. It started with, my mind started because I lost a young man who couldn't afford to go abroad for surgery. So I said, if Indian doctors, Indian scientists, Indian engineers are par excellence overseas, why can't we have it back home? And that was the beginning, and I'm happy that the family from day one, they not only outperformed to bring a module of healthcare, which probably today is recognized as one of the most acceptable health for all. You know, what we wanted was, what they have done is brought clinical excellence in every single field, associated with care and compassion, and gave that, you know, that because that patient couldn't afford $50,000. Today, we do the heart surgery for $5,000, right? 5,000. So this is the cost effectiveness. Sometimes this is mistaken. In US and they think it is cheap healthcare, but they must remember our outcomes are better than the best centers anywhere in the world, in almost everything else. A week ago we celebrated our #1 for overtaking every other center in the world for transplants, heart lung transplants, liver transplants, pancreatic transplants, kidney transplants. In all of these, we've done 22,000. 500 of those are on children. Children, one-third of them came from outside the country. Philippine alone sent 100 children for liver transplant. The heart lung transplant, pancreatic transplant, in all of these, it's not the numbers in healthcare. It is the level of care that you have given. In all of these, our outcomes have been outstanding and able to give it with the care and compassion. And the same thing they have shown during COVID. During COVID, whatever we have done, I think we must compliment the entire health force across the country, whether it is a public health care or the private health care. I must accept here, today, maybe Apollo started early and started the whole game plan, but there are at least 200, 300 other good healthcare players in the country who made India proud, who made an unexpected huge COVID crisis, the way it was managed in India. I think we are proud of all of it. I think this is where it takes us saying, now that we have in the country the best possible care, my aim was to see that can we make this as India as a global healthcare destination. This is where I outlined 18 steps to make that happen, presented to the Prime Minister. The Prime Minister read that carefully, and then when we went, Dr. Reddy, I want you to accept my word, instead of global healthcare destination, can we call this Heal in India? Because he says way back 700 BC, Susruta did the surgery and medicines. So can we combine the best efforts of the modern medicine and our ancient therapy and call it Heal in India? And I'm happy that he's implementing it. And I strongly believe that there is enough strength in the health force in the country and the problems the other nations are facing, whether it's UK, US, Europe, where other people are facing a huge problem with delays in outcome, in surgeries and outcomes. So I think India is poised to now move on and become Heal in India or global healthcare destination. Will make it a very significant effort. And as I said, we talked about the crisis, but we also know way back in 2016, IMF, World Bank, UN all announced saying that there is a huge threat in this decade, 2020, 2030, we'll see a huge threat from a disease called non-communicable diseases, diabetes, heart attacks, strokes, cancer, infections. And I add two more to that, the mental illness and obesity. These 7, according to them, by end of this decade, 80% of the deaths will be from this. Can you imagine? Today it is 25%. 1 out of every 4 deaths is from NCDs. That's going to become 80% of the deaths are going to be from this. But in India, it is not death. It's young people dying. The heart attacks, the other day we have seen 25-year-old. He was going around inviting for his own wedding, and he had a heart attack and couldn't reach the hospital alive. So this is the threat that we have. So I think this is the NCDs, and the cost burden of non-communicable diseases is $4 trillion for the country. Can we afford that money? First, we can't afford the lives, because these are the breadwinners of the family. These are the happy factor in the family, the young people who are running the. So this is where I think we have created what I call, a solution or a key to solve this NCDs is going to be the preventive health checkups. We did the first health checkup. Dr. Udaya is there. First health checkup we did about 45 years ago. Today, Apollo Health Check, and then using artificial intelligence, we have now made it Apollo Pro Health, which I think can transform this huge threat of NCDs. Instead of 80% deaths, we can significantly bring it down, because the Pro Health, what it does is, it not only gives the entire status of our body health, but also gives the risk factors for heart, risk factors, how to control diabetes, how to control heart attacks and strokes, and certainly infections with immunization. So I think this is a great thrust. We are trying to bring this to the nation. Probably the world will accept ProHealth as a solution for the huge threat that we are going to face from NCDs. As we talk about this, the health challenges, there are also health opportunities which we must use. This is the artificial intelligence, machine learning, so many newer aspects that is making a significant impact in able to give precision medicine to the patient. Earlier diagnosis, precision medicine, which will make a significant effect. I think this is where India should take the lead. We are there, but we are not right up there. So I think all of us must wake up and say, let's get this opportunity and scale up. Since all my colleagues are here, I'm telling them, all of you must see, not be content with what we are doing now, saying because Apollo is good. Apollo is not excellent. So I think we must look for excellence and par excellence and adopt all of these and give it to the world. And this is where I think my satisfaction is, yes, our 40th anniversary is coming, and I am a very happy person that we have brought this health revolution into the country and made a big impact so that our people, across the nation, the healthcare facilities are accessible using telemedicine. We brought the first telemedicine into the country, and we are happy that we will continuously work with other sectors to see that the last mile healthcare is being given. With all of this, I think it is the spirit. It should be from within us. It is not something that we want to do for the sake of working. It must come from our heart. This is where I think I admire all my Apollo family, because whatever they have done, they have not looked at the watch. They have cared for the patient, and around the clock they have given the care and compassion which has made it possible. So this is where I think I am sharing the honor, but I am saying very clearly, I am receiving on all their behalf this wonderful award. Thank you, Bombay Management Association, for giving Apollo this award, and I compliment all the efforts that Bombay Management Association has done in furthering the cause of the nation, in making India proud. This is where I think all of us must think, saying the turn has come now. That India should be not number 3, we should aim for number 1 in the world. God bless all of you. I love you all. I love you all.
It's always said, compassion is a sign of divine glory. Whatever happens outside,
Thank you.
the seed becomes compassion.
Thank you. Thank you. Thanks. Thank
But
you.
it is difficult to inspire when you did it. And thanks for that. Thanks for another dose of adrenaline rush within us. Now, before we close the wonderful session, I invite Ms. Chaya Singer to share her views.
So as, yes, please. Have to go this? So I haven't prepared any speech because as per the agenda, I was not expected or required to speak, but I am inspired, I am humbled, and what I should say, I'm just feeling that this is that moment in my life, okay, which is very exceptional, and therefore I feel like expressing. So when sir said, you want to say something, I said, yes, I want to say something. So just the way Dr. Bama said, it's true that there are certain awardees, okay, who bejewel the awards, and that is what has happened today. One Padma Vibhushan chief jury, okay, honoring another Padma Vibhushan Lifetime Achievement Award, and the divine choosing us to do the needful on their behalf. We are truly honored, truly privileged, and we are going to cherish this moment, sir, for the lifetime.
Thank you, Chair. Thank you, Chair.
I just recall that, in our culture, ma'am also quoted Bhagavad Gita, in our culture, uh, this Dhanteras is celebrated as Lord Dhanvantari's birthday, who is the doctor of the gods, right? So as per in our culture, the real wealth is actually the health. And therefore, for someone whose thought leadership was rooted in heart, BMA is here to nurture, promote, and recognize the thought leadership. Here's this special moment where we recognize someone whose thought leadership is rooted in his heart. And therefore, he ended up pioneering something which is going to make every Indian truly wealthy. We talk about Atmanirbhar Bharat, right? We talk about India shining. It's not just economically done, right? In management lingo, we may think of return on investment as the first prerequisite, but the management has and leadership has also learned to think of ESG before that now. And when we see this kind of pioneering leadership, pioneering thought leadership, which is rooted in the heart, you see what kind of a transformational initiative is created out of it, which just makes millions wealthier, healthier, and therefore truly supports the cause of nation building. So I wish to really congratulate everybody at Apollo. And I was so overwhelmed to see all of your love, admiration for him, and the way you people have stayed for so long. Ma'am said that it's very difficult for people to stay for 40 years. That in itself is a testimony how he decides and does and chooses to continue to do everything with heart. So the true leadership comes from the heart. And he is the testimony of whatever I read about it in the books today. So there was a lot for me to learn, and I'm really grateful that all of you have given us an opportunity today to interact with you all, learn so much, exchange our feelings and views, and also return back much, much enriched. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Chair. Thank you. No, thank you. You're wonderful.
As you mentioned, the name Apollo itself means the Greek
Sun,
god of healing.
yes. And the sun, and the great sun around which everything revolves. Sir wants every Apollo to become number one. Yes, yes, yes. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you once again. And now I call upon Dr. Kiran Yadav to deliver.
So,
So, with due respect, I would like to stand up and present a word of thanks, because I think these are the moments in life one gets to cherish. I know that I am today in a room, all of us are in a room with so many of the world's best doctors that you couldn't be better off well-being than any time now. But having said that, having come from a family of doctors myself, I know how much you value your time, and the fact that every moment is for the world and the patient outside, and every single moment I think most of you must be checking as to who's waiting out there, and whether the list for the next day is building up. So I will try to keep myself brief without extending your time too much. Just one thing I would like to mention, sir. A couple of days ago, I had the opportunity of listening to a video where Chandrababu Naidu was talking to the ISB school, which is now the #1 school in India, and it's among the top 10 in the world ranked. And they were celebrating 20 years of being there, and within 20 years they've managed to. And then when they asked him, sir, what next do you want from ISB? So his spontaneous response was that I want ISB to be the #1 business school in the world. Okay? I can understand, so now I'm understanding that this comes in the DNA of, the Andhra, water, that
it's also Chittor, same district.
Absolutely, same Chittor district. So that today when we are all talking about Apollo being the number one medical well-being facility in India, Sir has already started looking at artificial intelligence, machine learning, and what have you to be able to enhance that level of service that is going to be devoted to the well-being of not only the nation but the world. So I think uh, I'm just so thankful that I had this opportunity to sit next to you, sir, today, and to be with this family of doctors and team, the entire family of Apollo that you've created, that uh, oozes dedication for service, and you can feel it all around you. I hope, sir, that we can look forward that India should become the number one Heal in India destination. And with this, I would like to thank all of you for giving BMA the opportunity to come and engage with you all here today, to be able to personally present this award to Dr. Reddy. I congratulate the entire family for having achieved this level of, for us, it's excellence today, sir. Though you may have, uh, better benchmarks, but I won't keep you any longer. So thank you so much for helping us make this happen. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thanks a lot, sir. So when we hear everything, this is one thought which is coming in everyone's heart, I believe. Like, sir, tum jiyo hazaron saal. So please live for long years, so that whatever aim, whatever vision we created, so that will happen, that will materialize. Without you, nothing will happen. So thanks for this wonderful occasion. I once again thank BMA for making this for Apollo family. And now we'll we'll break for lunch. So lunch is served in the dining hall. Thanks a lot. Namaste.
Thank you so much. It's been such a pleasure.
Please join us for the lunch. Please.
Possible for us to have a photograph with everybody?
Yeah. Yes.
Is it possible? I'm sorry, I'm extending your courtesy too much, but can we have a group photograph with Dr. Reddy? I mean, that would be a wonderful memory for us.